What does 911, The Walking Dead, Superstore, Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon, Alex Inc., The Goldbergs, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Roseanne, and Survivor all have in common? They all have season finales. Are you kidding me? So 911 ended, and I wanted more. I was so upset when it ended. They hooked you. They got you interested into the characters, the love triangle between Abby and Buck, and it got me. It was just a tease, and I cannot wait till the next season. It brings to everything that, law enforcement. It makes you appreciate them for what they do. Law enforcement is a rough field, and anybody who is in law enforcement, my hat, well, if I was wearing a hat, goes off to you, because it's not easy. It's a good show, and I cannot wait to season 2. My "are you kidding me" moment with 911 is definitely Abby and Buck. When Abby was getting on that plane at the end, my very first thought was, are you kidding me? So I've been a fan of The Walking Dead for, all the seasons, since season 1, thanks to my buddy Nathan, who got me hooked. And, watching this recent season, I'm torn, because on one hand, I love it. I mean, who doesn't love zombies, and who doesn't love the action? But on the other hand, I'm like, let's move on. We've had Negan for so long. I think, 2 seasons now? I don't remember. I don't remember that part. But, we've had Negan for a while now, and I'm just ready for the group to move on. Let's go do something new. I'm tired of this. I don't know. It's just, I want more, and I'm torn, because I love Walking Dead, and it drives me nuts. But I want more from The Walking Dead. That's my "are you kidding me" moment with The Walking Dead, because I want more. So Superstore, I got hooked on mainly because if you don't know, I used to work at Office Depot, and it reminded me of Office Depot. The friendships that I made, and I still have friends to this day who worked at Office Depot. But it's a cool comedy, and I love that cool comedy aspect of the show. It's I don't know how to explain it, but if you work in retail, you could probably understand the show and understand what I'm saying. But I love comedies, and Superstore is definitely a comedy. I love every character in it. I mean, I think everybody brings their A game with that show, and if you don't watch it, definitely watch it, because it's a laugh. My "are you kidding me" moment is definitely Amy and Jonah. I just want them to hook up. Are you kidding me? Hook up already. So Amy and Sheldon got married on The Big Bang Theory. About time. I was wondering how long it was going to take them. I've been a fan of Big Bang for so long, and I love every character in that show as well. Is there a baby to be expected? And that brings me to Young Sheldon in a few minutes. But I'm really curious to see what next season brings with Big Bang Theory, because I'm a big fan of Big Bang, and my total "are you kidding me" is definitely Amy and Sheldon, on a good note, because I was so happy to see them get married. So I wasn't sure if I was going to like Young Sheldon or not. Watching the episodes, I kind of was torn about, whether I was going to like it or not. And I like it because it resembles Big Bang Theory, and I'm a huge fan of Big Bang. But I don't like it because it's too dull, in my opinion. The humor is kind of dull. I'm torn. If I had to get a 1 out of 10, I would say it's a 7, maybe an 8. And I don't know what's missing for me to hook me totally, but I do like it. I'm torn with young Sheldon. But my "Are you kidding me" moment is definitely the kicker of Sheldon's kid. I don't know if anybody caught that, but there was a line in that episode at the season finale of them talking about Sheldon's kid. And I was literally like, are you kidding me? So, rewatch it. I'm going to have to rewatch it just to confirm that I'm saying it right, but I'm pretty sure they said it. So, Alex Inc. I'm I watched the first season. I'm torn about this series as well because I love the main actor. I always think of him as Scrubs. I don't care. If I see him, I think of Scrubs. And I'm torn about this because for me, it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst. And I just... Oh, I can't even spit the words out I want to say. My "Are you kidding me" moment is definitely our podcast reel. Because who listens to them? Everybody I know listens to music. Who listens to podcasts? Who actually sits there on their phone and goes, "I'm going to listen to a podcast today"? I don't know. And what I would like to see season 2 would be talking about podcasts. How are they important? Why do people need to listen to them? That is something I would love to take from that show, if possible. Because for me, maybe I just need to listen to a couple of them to understand. I guess for me, I also don't really listen to news, so I don't know. It's a good show. I just wish it was a little bit better. Right now, I would have to say my number one show is probably the Goldbergs. And reason is simply because I resonate with it so much. Every episode, it like hits me. I grew up in the 1980s. I was born in 1980, and every episode that they aired, I was like, holy cow, that was me. I had the Garfield phone. That it was in the show. I was a Knight Rider freak. I'm still a Batman freak. I mean, all the things that the show talks about, it just hits me. And they do it, or Adam Goldberg does it in a brilliant way of doing it. And it's not boring. It's not, I don't know. Right now, I would rather sit here and talk about Goldbergs than any other show that had a season finale right now, because it is hands down probably one of my favorite ones. And I'm not just saying that just to say it, but if you watch Goldbergs, you'll probably understand, especially if you are born in the 80s. I was like going crazy when I saw that Garfield phone. I don't even know if it's still in this house, but wow, it's like, just everything that they talk about in almost every episode reminds me of it. And yeah, I have to say, this is totally I don't even think I have an "Are you kidding me" moment with this show. Well, I take that back. I actually do. The Garfield phone is probably my favorite one right there. Goldbergs, definitely. Are you kidding me? Way to bring back the past. Well, this is an easy one. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a great show. That's another good show I'm hooked on. And, when I found out that the network canceled, I was literally wanting to hit my computer, kind of like how she hits it in the intro. But, it's a good show. I was really upset that they canceled, but another network picked them up, and that made up for it. Next season is providing that it continues going on the way it goes. We get to see the married life of Jake and Amy, and I'm really curious to see how that goes. How does their marriage take? I cannot wait for the next season, and I hope that it stays afloat. And it's a really good show. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, definitely get my 2 thumbs up. Growing up, with my sister, we always watch Roseanne, and Roseanne's one of those shows that you gotta watch. It's like you can't look away. Even if you hate the show, you're gonna watch it. And when I heard when it's kind of coming back, I was so excited. And I'm actually glad it's back. It's one of those shows that I don't think is gonna get canceled right away. I really, really hope and see what they do. I love how they're doing these new shows. It's touchy subjects that I know that they're talking about, but in reality, it's what's going on right now. So why hide it? So it's definitely interesting to see how. For me, my "Are you kidding me" moment is totally seeing them all grown up. DJ's a grown man, an adult. Has a kid. Darlene, has kids. And by the way, one of the kids is one of my other favorite TV shows, Shameless. Kudos. I love her. She's awesome. But, it's just, I love how the show is. And I love the humor. They kept the humor going. And that's what makes it good for me right now is the humor. So, Roseanne, I cannot wait to see you again next season. So, we just had the season finale of Survivor. And my favorites, of course, never wins. It never happens. I'm not gonna say who I was rooting for. His name begins with an M. I just torn because I get it, but I don't get it. The winner, that is. That one got me speechless just a tad because it could have gone either way because they both played a decent game, but there were so many things that I wanted to say about this one particular show, and I'm trying to keep this under a minute, and I don't even know if I would do justice if I just stopped. So, Survivor, are you kidding me? I don't even know if I like the winner or not, but kudos. I cannot wait till next season. That's all I could say. Well, I just wanted to thank you for watching the second episode of Are You Kidding Me? I was trying to figure out what to do, and ironically, I was watching Survivor, and I was like, what can I do? And then it hit me with all these shows ending. I could just do one, compilation of shows to talk about, and a lot of these are, a lot of people watch them, a lot of people don't. And I'm sure there's other shows out there that I didn't, announce or talk about. But, these were definitely my shows that I love to watch. And I know a lot of people like them too. And I just was wanting to give a 1 minute spiel about each one, and share my opinion on it. And I thought you would like it too. So, at least get you thinking. I already have episode 3 in the works. Actually, I haven't worked on it, but I know what I'm doing, and it has to do with school. So if you're in school, think about it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please comment, please subscribe, please share, and we will see you next week. Have a good one. Thanks.